sé que solo la muerte que me llama por trabajar. Campanas de San Angelo vibrarán su dulce carillón. Del valle al cielo ofrecerán su alegría y su bendición. When the bells of San Angelo ring.
It's always good when you come here and we join our voices together in song. I'm only sorry that trouble brings you here.
I'm sorry too, Padre. But I think with the help of my friends over the border here, we'll be able to get this thing straightened out.
Well, I'm sure glad you come, Roy. As mayor and sheriff, I can only go so far.
Word was sent to the mine this morning for Ramon to meet you here. He'll be along any minute.
Sheriff. You're just in time. We've been having a little trouble.
Can't do much for him now, boys. He's dead, Cookie.
You better start explaining, Ulrich.
There ain't much explaining to do. Look him over. You find he's been stealing high-grade ore from the Monarch mine. That's pure silver. Gridley gave us orders to shoot thieves.
You better have plenty of evidence.
We've got it. What do you call that?
My son. This is the work of the devil. You are murderers.
I'll keep this, Cookie. I'm going up to the mine and have a talk with the man who gave those orders.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Gridley's busy.
Not that busy.
Look, nobody's coming up this road without a warrant.
On a murder case, I don't need one.
Look here. Why, you...
They won't bother you anymore, Roy. I'm taking them all in. Get on your horse, you nasty little kid.
In nomine Patria et Filii Spiritus Sanctus. Amen.
That's right. I'm Roy Rogers.
Oh, a border investigator. Step inside. Sit down. Drink?
No, thanks. Gridley, your men just murdered a boy from San Angelo. Why?
If my men killed anyone, they did it under orders. Anyone else found trespassing and stealing will have the same thing happen to them.
This is the second time this has happened. You have no right to take the law into your own hands, and you're not going to get away with it.
This is tough country, Rogers. We're in a bad spot here. The Monarch is a small but rich mine here on the Mexican border. While it's all part of the San Angelo Rancho, these hills are in Mexico and make a natural getaway for anyone who wants to hold us up. We can't expect any help from San Angelo over here. And the lodge isn't much help. Town's even farther away. So you see, we have to be tough.
In my opinion, you're just a little too tough.
I'm here to protect the interests of the stockholders. Nobody's going to tell me how to run the Monarch. That goes for you too, Rogers.
So that's the way it is.
Yes, and that's the way it's going to stay.
Not if your men are guilty of murder.
My men are guilty. So am I.
That's what I'm thinking.
Did he frighten you, Cinderella? Well, don't be afraid. I don't think Mr. Rogers is going to be with us very long.
Cookie, don't tell me another hound.
Oh, Roy, so help me. I was on my way home and he followed me.
Yeah, I know. And as official dog catcher, you had to bring him in.
Yeah, that's right. Roy, I'm sorry I had to let them mine guards go, but I couldn't prove that boy wasn't stealing. After all, you found the silver on his body.
I know.
What'd it run?
It's really pure. According to the assay, it runs about 18,000 to the ton.
Boy, I sure wish I had a boatload of that stuff.
Ooh-wee, no wonder Gridley's got to be careful with pure silver floating around.
That makes this worth about $40. Not much for a man's life.
Well, why'd they shoot him? Why didn't they grab him?
He was going to tell us something. Gridley's men got to him first.
Well, if you want to go up and take a look around that Monarch mine, I'll give you a search warrant.
And tip him off that we're coming? Gridley's too smart for that. He'd cover up before we got up the hill.
Morning, gentlemen, morning.
Hiya, Buck. Where'd you get them duds?
Ordered them from the Zoot Suit Company. Sharp, ain't they? You sure is a hard man to find, Mr. Rogers. I've been trying to catch you for 2 days with that communication.
Western catalog get here yet?
Yes, sir, 4 days ago, but I ain't finished reading it yet. I just got first the song section. Tippy-tie-ya-yo, get long, little doggy.
That's your silly-looking outfit. Hey, I wonder if they come in my size.
Well, I don't mind trailing thieves and murderers, but this is too much.
Please smokes, fellas, listen to this. Lee Madison will be here Thursday. He's that writer fellow. Lee Madison will arrive on the bus Thursday. Make reservations at the lodge and assist in every way possible in the collection of material for a new novel. Chief Border Inspector E.M. Moffat.
Oh, he writes stories about people like you and me. And he makes us all sound like a bunch of characters who spend their time hanging horse thieves and chasing Indians.
Well, let's run the critter out of town.
Now you sound like one of his characters.
Well, it looks like you're going to have to be nice to him, whether you like it or not.
I haven't got time to be nice to anyone right now. You boys better be the welcoming committee.
Gee, that's swell. We'll do it up in good old Western style.
Yeah, did you read Murder on the Border?
Golly, I did. It's all about...
I know what it's all about. Black-hearted villains and roaring six guns. I'd like to see him face some of those roaring six guns he writes about.
Well, we better get going. The bus will be in this afternoon, and we want to do this up right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be there, too. Hey, maybe we can get Madison to help us with the investigation. Huh?
That's what I'm afraid of. An armchair detective like that could ruin our chances of pinning anything on Gridley.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Say, Cookie,
Huh?
what do you suppose Madison would do if he met one of these black-hearted villains with roaring six guns?
Oh, I don't know what he'd do, but I know what I'd do. I'd catch a first fast freight out of town.
Miss Madison, would you mind autographing your book for me, please?
Of course not.
Gee, just wait till I tell my wife about meeting the famous Lee Madison and how pretty and... on second thought, I think I'll just show her the autograph.
Mr. Madison.
Huh?
Mr. Madison?
Huh?
I say, are you Mr. Lee Madison?
Oh, sorry, son.
I've got all the insurance I can handle.
Are you looking for Mr. Matt?
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Lee, he didn't want any broken-down riders hanging around here anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes, ma'am. He's pretty sore about the whole thing. He's afraid that old fuddy-dud will butt into everything.
Oh, I don't know about that. I like his books.
So do I. Well, there are no more buses today. See y'all later. Goodbye, ma'am.
Were you going to the lodge?
Well, I intended to.
Well, swell. Come along.
Yeah. You better sit up front, miss. I don't think Madison would have, though. Roy said that somebody's liable to take a shot at him for writing those corny books.
Shot? Roy says? Oh, yes.
So?
Thank you.
Sorry, miss. We didn't catch the name.
Oh, Helen. Helen Clifford.
Helen Clifford, fellas.
Well, hello, you Helen.
Hello.
Here.
When the rustlers come to town, I just up and shoot them down. Hot lead. Hot lead. Makes no difference where they're from. I just up and give them some hot lead. Hot lead. He never called the sheriff, no, he never called the law. His trigger finger's ready and he beats them to the draw. When the varmints come around, I just up and mows them down. Hot lead. Hot lead.
What is that, a six-shooter?
No, 16-shooter. Found a rustler on the trail, I just up and let it hail. Hot lead. Hot lead. Found another 3 or 4, I just up and let it pour. Hot lead. Hot lead. The West is wild and woolly, and it's tougher than a blue. Shooting arms are always itching, making for someone to shoot. Let a bandit come inside, I'll just up and pour them white hot lead. Ha 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 ha. Lead. Hot lead.
Climb out of there fast and keep your hands up. Where's your passenger? Take your boots off and throw them back in the wagon. Oh, come on! You can start walking when we get to the top of the ridge.
Bandit come in sight, you just
up and pour the wire hot lead.
All right, come out of there. I said come out. Well, where's Madison?
He didn't show up. What do you want him for?
I want his money. He's rich and I'm poor.
You mean you rob from the rich and give to the poor?
Yeah, that's right. Besides, I don't like him.
Why?
Did you ever read any of those awful Western stories he writes?
Awful?
Yes, awful. They give us outlaws a bad name. You better come on up here, little girl. Now, if you'll just hold these lines steady, you'll be all right till the boys get here. Don't worry. Sorry to have bothered you, ma'am.
Goodbye, Robin Hood.
Hey, did you see who's here?
Yeah.
Want me to stick around? Now go back to the mine and get a hold of Roberts. Make sure everything's all right.
Just take a mile of rolling pasture with the herd is standing by.
Sounds like Rogers.
It is.
Cowboys dream of heaven, and at a great big moon is shining high up in the prairie sky. That's a cowboy's dream of heaven. The stars are twinkling, the breeze is whispering low. The boys around the campfire singing songs of long ago. Oh, there's an old guitarist strumming out a western melody in that cowboy's dream of heaven. While on a distant hill the coyotes crooning out the harmony in that cowboy's dreaming. He may be weary from riding all the day, but when the shadows fall around, you surely hear him say, give me a little bit of rangeland and perhaps a pal or two. That's a cowboy's dream of heaven. And just as long as I am dreaming, I would like a gal who's true. That's a cowboy's dream of heaven.
Oh, miss,
Oh, hello, Mr. Rogers.
any word from Mr. Madison?
I'm sorry, but there haven't been any messages for you at all today.
I see. Well, if you do hear from him, will you let me know, please?
Certainly.
Thanks. Oh! Well, hello there. I meant you. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. I'm used to being bumped around. My name's Clifford, Helen Clifford. I'm a new guest here.
Well, I'm Roy Rogers.
Oh, not the famous border investigator.
Well,
Say, by the way, where were you this afternoon? We needed you.
What was the matter?
A masked bandit held us up, and there wasn't a soul around to protect us. Not even a border investigator.
I'm sorry, Miss Clifford, but I can't be everywhere at once.
Evidently not. Say, by the way, I understand there's quite a bit of trouble around here that, well, people haven't been able to solve. Murders and shootings and some things like that.
We're investigating them now.
Really? You know, it's such a shame Lee Madison didn't show up. He might have helped you.
I think we can do all right without the help of Mr. Madison.
Do you know you should read his book, Murder on the Border? Did you ever hear of it? Might give you a solution.
What would a hack writer like Lee Madison know about anything? Besides, we have our own ideas down here.
Well, Mr. Rogers!
You better come up the mine. Boys picked up one of Rogers' sentries snooping around. Did he find out anything? I don't know.
That's him.
What are you doing spying around here?
He won't talk. We've already worked him over.
Where's his horse?
Cut him loose on the other side of the border.
What about Roberts?
Should be here about now.
Let's go. We'll take him with us. Come on. Maybe you'd like to see what we're doing.
This is not part of the Monarch mine, senor.
Right.
Your Spanish ancestors certainly knew how to dig a mine.
We know how to use it. I'll bet when they dug the San Angelo mine, they didn't expect us to be using it 200 years later.
I'm getting more silver out of Mexico than they get. It's just around the corner. Go ahead.
He said, go ahead.
Come on. Having trouble? Not a bit. Let's get this stuff moved.
Plumo, ain't that a Spanish word?
Yeah, it means lead.
Lead? Who wants lead?
Nobody. Who'd ever suspect people of smuggling lead over the border?
Only a dope. This is a good idea. Boy, pure silver.
Yeah, from the Monarch mine by way of the old, forgotten San Angelo mine.
You must have read in the almanac where silver is cheaper on one side of the border than the other.
Gus, what people don't know won't hurt them. People need silver, and I can get it for them. They think this comes from the Monarch. What's the difference? Rogers might call it smuggling, but I call it good business. Take that up and put it in the safe. I'm going back to the lodge.
Okay, boss.
Bob, I think that's going to be too high.
Hi, Roy. Well, hello, Cookie. Where you
Hello.
been? Out in the kitchen?
I've been trailing Gridley.
Any luck?
Well, not much. I followed him to the mine.
Hey, Roy, we've been rehearsing a song that Lee Madison wrote. Look at that.
Lee Madison. I love thee West.
Oh, ain't that pretty?
Cookie. Oh. Isn't it bad enough that he writes books?
May I see that, please? I love the West.
How corny can he get?
Well, maybe you'd like to sing it with us.
Well, perhaps I might if it won't annoy Mr. Rogers too much.
Oh, don't mind me.
Well, that's fine. What's your favorite key?
Gee.
Key of G, boys. Folks, can I have your attention just a minute? In honor of Lee Madison, who isn't here, Miss Clifford is going to sing one of his songs for you.
I love the West, the heavenly, heavenly West, in the very heart of me. It's so much a part of me, and I ever shall return to this land for which I yearn. This seems to bother Mr. Rogers a bit, so, perhaps we'd better do it his way. A little faster, please. I love the West, the heavenly, heavenly West, where the skies are bluer and the gals are truer, where the grass is greener and the varmints meaner, where life is rougher and the men are tougher. That's why I love the West. And I love the range. Oh, give me the range for a change, where the wind keeps blowing and the cactus growing, where the sun keeps shining and the gals are pining where the light is lighter and the boys are brighter. That's why I love the West, where the hero, strong and silent, keeps the little gal from harm. Fighting 20,000 Indians or paying off the mortgage on the farm. Yes, I love the West, for everything's best in the West, where the days are hotter and the nights are colder, where the young are younger and the older, older, where the high is higher and the wet is wetter, where the dry is drier and the best is better, where a man's a man and a rootin' tootin', come of the rain, come on.
Hey there, Antiope, you better be careful. Hey, look, Roy, a bullseye.
Have you got a hunting license?
Roy,
Yes, Father?
one of our sentries is missing. It is Ignacio. We found his horse
Where'd you find him?
on the Mexican side. We need your help.
You hear that, boys?
Sure.
Let's
Let's
go.
go, Padre.
Bob, you take some of the men. Tim, you take the rest of them. Come with us. Oh, Gridley, coming along?
Why? You're the border investigator?
I thought maybe you might be of some help to us.
You're not intimating I know something about this, Rogers.
You can take that any way you want to.
Suppose I take it personally.
That's all right with me, too.
Roy, please. We have more important things.
I can vouch for him, Roy. He was up at the mine.
That's right, Sheriff. You followed us, remember?
Any news?
I'm sorry, Padre, but we've searched everywhere.
This is a terrible thing. Much evil has come to San Angelo. But you men must be tired. You've been riding all night.
We sure are, Padre.
Come in and rest a while.
Well, thanks, Padre, but the sheriff and I have got one more place to look before we rest. We better water the horses, Cookie.
I'm tired.
So am I.
Well, where are we going?
To the Monarch Mine.
The Monarch Mine?
Sure.
Oh, Roy, you know how they are up there. Why don't we go to town and get a search warrant first?
We haven't got time.
Oh. Wonder where the reception committee is.
I don't know. This might be a good time for us to look around.
It's too quiet. I don't like it.
Let's get the horses out of sight.
Oh, quit kidding, Roy. Huh? Oh. Oh.
Welcome to the Monarch Mine, Rogers.
Where's Gridley?
Going to town to get the canary some lettuce. Move on up the hill. Okay, boys, you can come out now.
Glad you showed up, Rogers. Just in time for the picnic.
Ain't he, boys?
Yeah, sure.
I warned you about trespassing. Where's your search warrant?
I told you we should have got one, Roy. Oh.
We wouldn't want you guys to shoot yourselves. Gentlemen, the first event will be an exhibition in the manly art of self-defense.
If anybody lays a hand on Rogers, I'll swear out a warrant for assault and battery. That's what I'll do.
Mike will only be defending himself. Won't you?
Sure.
Why, you... Get up, Roy. Come on, Roy. Attaboy. Attaboy.
Get up.
Son.
What's the matter? The picnic's just started.
Come on, get up, Roy. I can't help you. Get up, son. Come on, son. Get up. Get out of there.
Hang on to him for a second.
You sidewinder!
Get their horses. Let him go.
Come on, I'll take you on. I'll help you. Well, come on.
Now, calm down, Sheriff.
Why, you little... Get your hands off of me.
Take it easy, boys. We wouldn't want to hurt the sheriff. It wouldn't be legal. Next time, bring a search warrant.
Don't worry.
Now, get out of here.
Hey, now that we got our guns clean, that just about makes us even with them. Let's go back to the mine.
That won't help us find out anything, Cookie. There's something going on at the Monarch they don't want anybody to find out about. So far, the only clues we got are the murders.
We can't even prove that they're murders.
Well, we will.
What's the matter, Trigger?
No wonder he was limping. Picked up a rock someplace. Say, isn't that ore?
Sure is. He must have picked that up down by the mine shaft when we hit the horses.
We better keep it.
It looks like Trigger's smarter than we are.
Hello. I say, old man, you look as if you've been mixed up in a violent game of soccer. Do they play it out here?
Oh, we play it all right. But the rules are different.
Oh, by the way, I'm Lionel Bates of Bates, Bates & Johnson, solicitors of London, England.
I'm Roy Rogers.
How do you do, sir? I'm a stranger out here.
Well, I never would have guessed it.
Huh? This is Sheriff Bullfincher.
Howdy.
How do you do, sir? Sheriff Bullfincher, you're the very man I've been looking for. I'm trying to find someone in this vicinity.
Well, if he's around here, I'll know him. What's his name?
Lancaster. George Wallingford Lancaster.
The law want him?
Well, we've been trying to find him for years through Scotland Yard.
Scotland Yard?
And private investigators in America.
Private investigators in America? Oh, well, it seems to me I remember somebody by that name a long time ago around here that got to running around with bad company, and, well, I ain't heard of him since.
Well, if that's the man, we'll find him.
You will?
Why, of course.
Oh.
Well, thank you very much. Oh, and there's one other thing. I wonder if you gentlemen would be kind enough to join me a little later in an important conference.
Well,
cheerio.
Cheerio.
And I'm here to arraign the property.
Well, does that mean that the rancho shall have a new owner?
Undoubtedly. However, I can't tell you who or what the new owner's plans for the rancho will be.
What if he won't be reasonable? Suppose we refuse to leave.
Well, I'm sorry, but that's no concern of mine. However, I'll do everything possible to see that your people come to no undue hardship. Oh, there is one other thing. If any of you should happen to know the whereabouts of a George Wallingford Lancaster, please let me know. You see, he's in this part of the country, and he must be somewhere near. Something wrong with your throat?
I felt something tight getting around my neck.
Well, I think that's about all, and thank you very much. If you should have any questions, I'll be only too pleased to answer them.
Mr. Bates, there's something I'd like to ask you.
Too bad I missed you at the mine, Rogers. Apparently, my men played a little rough.
Yeah, the next time it'll be rougher, Gridley. And I hope you're there.
Then you never found any trace of the missing sentry?
No trace at all. Just kind of disappeared. Come on, get down. It's a trick I taught him.
Cookie, do you suppose the missing George Wallingford Lancaster has anything to do with this case?
Well, now, we might have... well, how could he? What are you asking me all those questions for?
Yeah, how about that, Ellen?
Oh, hello, Roy. Well, I just thought it was sort of interesting, and, well, I guess I'll be going out to see you boys later.
You can go if you want to, but I have something here that's interesting, too. You might want to hear it. This is a report that just got on the ore Trigger picked up in the Monarch mine. It says there's a little lead in it, not enough to be commercial, and just a trace of silver.
Well, that's funny. Now, the silver found on the body was almost pure.
It could have been a plant.
Thanks. You catch on fast.
Well, I try.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, boy.
We want to see Cookie about his dogs.
Well, somebody should see him about him.
Yeah, we want to borrow him for a fox hunt.
A fox hunt?
Yes, for Mr. Bates, a good old English fox hunt.
We want to make him happy if we can, because he promised to do everything he could to help us with the new owner.
Yeah, so we'll have a hunt party first thing in the morning. Now, everyone's invited. How about the dogs, Cookie?
Huh? Oh, well, how big is the fox?
Well, we don't know yet. We got to catch him first. Well, thank you, Cookie.
Yeah.
Come on, boys. Let's go.
Hey, boys, I'm going to go with you.
All right.
See you at the fox hunt.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh, be careful of the little feller. It's pretty good a fox hunt for Mr. Bates. oh, Mr. Bates. I can't go to no fox hunt. I gotta get out of here.
Yes, you can go to a fox hunt.
No, I can't go to no fox hunt.
Yes, you can, Mr. George Wallingford Lancaster.
Roy, don't call me that. Don't say that, please. I'll go to the fox hunt. I'll even be the fox, but don't say that again.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, no, Roy.
Cookie, did somebody call me? Oh,
Welcome, Mr. Rogers. Good morning, Sheriff. Sheriff, shall we go and have a look at the hounds?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah, but you better let me go first. You might scare the dogs in that outfit. Come on, Roy.
I'll be along in a minute, Cookie. I want to find out if 2 and 2 still make 4.
Oh, all right.
Well, see you later, Mr. Rogers.
Roy. There's something I must tell you. You've got to go on that fox hunt this morning.
Why?
Because I'm positive Mr. Bates is in great danger.
Oh? You must have been reading Murder on the Border again.
Well, maybe you should read it, too.
Oh, miss, any word from Madison?
Still no word, Mr. Rogers.
I'm a little worried. Better put in a call to headquarters for me. I'll take it here.
Surely. Operator, long distance, please. It'll be a minute. San Angelo Lodge.
This is Captain Moffat's office calling, Roy Rogers.
Just a minute, please. That's a coincidence, Mr. Rogers. Here's headquarters calling you.
That is a coincidence. I'll take it. Hello?
This is Captain Moffat's secretary speaking. The captain isn't in right now, but he asked me to tell you that Lee Madison would be unable to come to San Angelo.
What happened?
She was sick. I mean, his mother was ill.
I don't think you're telling me the truth, Miss, whatever your name is.
But you sound like somebody who needs a good spanking.
What? Well, you certainly aren't the one that's going to give it to me, and furthermore, I think you're the rudest man I ever met in my life.
And I think you're the nosiest girl. You ought to have more respect for other people.
I give people respect when they deserve respect, and you certainly don't.
Well, just the same, the next time headquarters calls me, make sure you're not on the other end of the line, because I never want to talk to you again. Hello, Miss Madison.
Oh, you... You deliberately tricked me.
Mm-hmm. And it worked, too. Now, how about a little explaining from you?
Well, I found out about what you thought about Lee Madison and her books the day I arrived here. And furthermore, someone even went gunning for her.
Well, I guess that makes us even. Helen.
Okay, Robin Hood.
What is that?
That's just an old British tradition.
Boys, this is Mr. Bates. Come all the way from England over here to hunt a fox. I want you to take him out on the trail and show him a good time.
They're certainly a strange bunch of hounds. Do they follow a scent?
Huh?
You know, a smell.
Just a little one. What's that?
Oh, that's an English saddle.
Well, why didn't they finish it? Where's the rest of it?
That's the sort of saddle that George Wallingford Lancaster might ride.
Oh, he would?
Certainly.
Hey, Cookie.
Huh?
We've decided to have you drag the trail. Come on, I want you to meet someone. Cookie, meet Louise.
Is that what I got to drag the trail with?
My word.
You can say that again. Come on. Well, we're going to leave right now. You be sure and give us a good head start. And before you come, blow this. Like that. You fellas remember, we're only kidding. Come on.
Quaint little thing, isn't it? There should be some kind of music in it.
But I like to get up early in the morning. There is such a lot of things to do.
To watch the sun come stealing
Over misty hills revealing tiny diamonds sparkling on the dew. It's great just to be living come the dawning. Everything is clean and bright and new. Gee, but I like to get up early in the morning so I can spend a longer day with you.
My, but it's pleasant to be arising at this hour of the day. My word, it is. There are such a jolly lot of things that you can do, don't you know?
To see the dawn a-break and to the sound of earth awaken with the rooster there to take his cue. It's great just to be
Don't worry, Rogers won't finish.
and to know another night is through. Gee, but I like to get up early in the morning so I can spend a longer day with you.
Gee, but I hate to get up early in the morning. I would rather sleep the whole day through. Oh, come on, Louise. You don't know what a pretty cap you'd make. The silly business. Sheriff having to drag a live bait along.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Mind if I join you?
Why should I? It's Mr. Bates's party.
Yes, I know.
Did you hear that? That's it. Here they come. First time I knew a raccoon was related to a mule. Come on. Come on. Come on.
You go ahead, Lee. I'm going to drop behind.
Don't you worry, Louise. I won't let him get you.
Where's Bates?
I don't know. He's right behind me there. Yeah, he's come over that ladder. Yep.
There he comes now.
Well, he sure had me worried.
We were worried about the guest of honor. We thought you were lost.
It looks like something happened to him.
Is he hurt bad?
I don't know. Stand back and give him air, boys. Carl, there's a spring up that canyon. Will you get some water for us, please?
Sure, Roy.
Looks like he's been gun whipped.
He could have hit a branch.
I don't think so.
Who would have wanted to kill Mr. Bates?
You have a wide choice, miss. Our friends over the border might. The boys at the lodge might. Or even I might. Anyone who could gain by his removal.
Hey, Pat, if he ain't dead, do you think that bump on his head will make him lose his memory?
My word. Oh, my head. Oh, look, he's opening his eyes. Oh, he'll be able to remember everything.
That's what I was afraid of. Roy, I'm checking out tonight. That Mr. Bates is liable to find out who I am any minute.
Wait a minute, Cookie. You can't run out on me now when I need you the most. As far as Bates is concerned, I'm on your side, and I think he'll listen to reason.
I still wish he'd go away.
So does somebody else.
What do you mean?
Whoever tried to kill him.
Yeah, I wonder who that was.
You heard Gridley. He named the suspects, and it could be you. You have a stronger motive than they have.
Me? Roy, you don't mean that. Oh! Stop.
Here's the silver we found on the murdered boy. It's almost pure. Lee was right. It was a plant. Here's the real ore from the Monarch. There isn't enough silver in a ton of it to pay their light bill.
I wonder where they got this silver.
I think they got it across the border, where it's cheaper.
Smuggling? They couldn't do it without getting caught. We watched that border like a hawk.
Say, Cookie, didn't you tell me there was an old Spanish mine across the border?
Oh, the old-timers around San Angelo talk about it, but nobody knows where it is.
I think I know one old-timer that might. Come on.
Anno Domini 1751. That was very long ago.
That's before I got here. Hey, here's some funny writing here. Sergeant, so, hombre.
Ah, that may mean something. Perhaps this is what we are seeking. Sergente sole hombre et colonium virium virium. As the sun rises, the shadow of my arms and the pillar of my strength shall mark that which God made and from whence came the bells of San Angelo.
That's beautiful.
But what does it mean?
The shadow of my arms and the pillar of my strength. Arms and pillar. That must be a cross. Cookie, do you know where there's a cross around here?
Sure. Up on top of the church.
No, I mean up in the hills near the border, where the mine could be.
None now, Roy. There was an old shrine many years ago to which the people came to pray to Santa Guadalupe at Easter.
Sure, Padre, I remember. On your side of the border here, near some rimrock.
Cookie, let's see if we can find it. I've got an idea. Thanks, Padre.
Here it is. I remember. Here's where we used to come to Easter sunrise services when I was a kid.
How tall was the cross?
Oh, gee, I don't remember, Roy.
Well, I'd say with a base that size, it'd be about 8 or 10 feet tall.
What was it the Padre said? As the sun rises, the shadow of my arms...
The sun comes up over there. It should cast a shadow in that direction.
Isn't the border over there by those red hills?
Runs right along the top of them.
The Monarch mine's over there, too.
Right on the other side of that hill.
Well, if the old San Angelo mine's over there, it looks to me like we'd see some ruins or something.
Well, after all these years and years, the rain has washed all traces away. People have looked for it.
Well, it must be in that direction. Let's have a look.
automobile be doing around here?
They could be smuggling silver.
Could be tourists, too.
Now, you don't sound like Lee Madison. You think you can trail these, Kit Carson?
A horseback or afoot? Looks like they stopped right there.
Yeah. Wonder what for?
I don't know why anybody'd park around here in the border way over there. Nothing to do around here. Roy!
Cookie, go get the flashlight out of my saddlebags.
Uh-huh.
Roy, if this is the old San Angelo mine, then your hunch was right.
Yeah. Hurry up, Cookie. What's the matter, Cookie? Don't sit there, Lee.
I broke my leg. Ow.
Cookie. Huh? You can't look, Lee.
Well, of course I can.
Oh, ain't very pretty, Miss Madison.
It's our missing sentry.
Those dirty, no good.
You're right, Cookie. He didn't get there by himself. We'll have to leave him now. The padre will get him later.
Hey, it's hollow in there.
Well, this isn't old Mexican iron. These are steel bolts. There must be a door here someplace.
Well, this is loose. Move back. I'm going to throw my weight around a little. Solid.
Say, I wrote in a book one time where... See?
That ain't an old tunnel. It's a new one.
Where did you read, Roy?
Right into the Monarch. Go back to the lodge and bring the boys. We might need some help. Take Trigger.
Hurry up, hurry.
All right, but be careful.
Oh, don't you worry. I'll be with him. Hey, Roy, don't you think... Oh.
Lazy days, a loafing, having fun. Got no work to do because my work's all done. Lazy days, relaxing in the shade. Got no plans to make because my plans all made. I ain't rounding up no cattle. I ain't a fixin' today. Gonna take it easy on the breezy side of a great big stack of new mown hay. Lazy moon, you'll soon be riding high. Then I'll lay around and watch the moon roll by. Lucky me, I found the way it pays. Living like I love it on my lazy days. Lazy days.
Hey, look! It's Trigger. What happened? Where's Roy?
You suppose Mr. Rogers is in trouble?
Well, something's wrong. Let's go. say, is that any way to treat a lady?
I caught her coming out of the old Spanish mine.
Mine?
Yeah, Rogers and the sheriff are still in there.
Tell the boys to block the entrance. Send someone back to guard Miss Madison.
Right.
Sit down. How did they find the mine?
By looking.
Don't be funny. Just answer my questions. Does anyone else know about it? Before we're through, Miss Madison, you'll be talking like a magpie.
Is that for me, Gridley?
Yes. This is Miss Nosy Madison. Watch her.
Sure. It's a pleasure.
We'll block the back way.
Good. We better find them.
They're down by the shaft. They're in the shaft! They're in the shaft! Hey, this is the shaft.
If we can make it back to the mine, we might be able to hold them off.
Let's go.
In position a minute. They'll wait for your signal to move in.
I knew I was too young and pretty tonight.
Follow me, Cookie. We're going to get Gridley.
Snap out of it. We're getting out of here.
We're taking you with us.
Okay, take it easy.
Get out there with us.
All right.
Like they flew the coop.
Here's one that didn't go away.
Roy! Good old fella.
Boys
Boy, you sure had us worried when Trigger come in alone.
Was Lee with him?
Gosh, no, Roy.
What must have happened to her?
Well, she must have been here. Here's her hat.
Come here, boy. All right, go find her.
Round them all up, Bob, and take them to town. Just like it says in your book.
It's all right, Roy. Go ahead.
Roy, are you crazy?
Turn the dogs loose. I said turn them loose.
Well, go get him, boy. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Roy, we could have got him without you doing that. You're not going to leave her alone, are you? Well, I'm not.
Belts down here, and I will.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
All right, come on down and keep your hands up.
I said, stay where you are.
The picnic's just started.
Attaboy, Roy! Hit it!
Save one for me, Roy. Oh, no, you don't.
Are you all right, Roy?
Sure. How about you?
She's all right. Hey, you missed her a mile, Roy. That was a good trick.
That was quick thinking, Lee. Thanks for the help.
I'm certainly glad you finally got around to reading Murder on the Border, page 77.
You're glad. I'm glad you wrote it.
Come on.
Boys, you'll find Gridley over there in those rocks. You better go get him.
Right.
I say, Rogers, how exciting. So you got your man.
Yeah, we got him all right. Well, take him in for me, will you? I got to be going. Goodbye, Mr. Bates.
And there's your man, Mr. Bates.
Roy! That's the dirtiest double-crossingest trick I ever heard of. I thought you were a friend of mine.
And I thought you were a friend of mine. Instead, you're George Wallingford Lancaster, wanted by Scotland Yard.
What's that?
There he is.
Don't you move. I've got you covered. Come on.
The other things are yours.
Well, what about Scotland Yard and the cattle?
They were all yours. You're the sole heir to the estate.
And nobody has to leave the rancho?
Not unless you say so. It's all yours.
Mine? I'll take it. Come on, get out of here. Shut your mouth. Resisting an earl.
The bells of San Angelo fill the air with golden melody.
Well, Mr. Madison, did you get enough local color?
Enough for just the best story I ever wrote. I'm going to call it The Bells of San Angelo. You'll never guess who it's about.
The Earl of Lancaster, naturally, old girl. Quiet, or I'll trade you in for an English bulldog.
You're going to go on the inside, you'll have to have a ticket, Bob.
Don't bub me, Bub, you young whippersnapper. You tell him it's Gabby Whitaker from California.
Gabby, you old son of a gun.
Slim, you old rattlesnake.
Doggone, Gabby, you haven't changed a bit.
You're darn tootin' I ain't, and I'm just as full of fight as ever.
What are you doing back here?
Business. You remember Sue, don't you?
Hello, Mr. Phillips.
Not little Susie Farnham. Well, you're all grown up. Say, I was terribly sorry to hear about your father. What happened to the circus after he passed away?
Well, it's in winter quarters now at the ranch.
That's one of the reasons we're here, Slim. We need your help. Someplace we can go and talk?
Of course, right inside.
You'll see also Moroccan Moment, an exotic review participated in by real Moroccan women. That's enough for nothing now, folks. Don't be bashful. Step up and get your tickets right now.
Of course I remember your father borrowing money from Ripley, but I also remember him paying it back.
Well, we can't find no proof it was paid. Unless we do, Sue ain't got no circus, no ranch, no nothing.
What's the matter, Unc?
Oh, hello. My niece, Patty. This is Gabby Whitaker.
How do, ma'am?
Hello.
And Sue Farnham.
Hello, Patty. It's nice knowing you.
Same here.
Sue's father and I used to be partners.
It's too bad you didn't stay partners. We wouldn't be in this fix.
Say, you've got an idea. Pee-wee, how'd you like to go to California?
California?
You mean you might go back with us? Huh?
Well, if I'm on the right track, we might have a surprise in store for this Mr. Ripley. This show closes here Saturday night anyway.
Oh, California, movie stars, cowboys, palm trees.
Miss Sue Farnham.
Yes.
Telegram, miss.
Thank you.
Anything important?
It's from Bill Ripley. He says he'll meet us at the station.
Big-hearted, ain't he?
I've been thinking, Gabby, maybe you better not tell Ripley why I'm here.
I won't. Come to think of it, you didn't even tell me. How you figuring on outsmarting that polecat, Slim?
Well, I don't want to get Sue's hopes up until I'm sure, but I think we ought to be able to find that receipt somewhere. You know how Tom Farnham was about business. Probably didn't even have the payment recorded.
Well, Sue and me's looked everywhere. Canceled check, papers, ain't nothing like that around the place.
I've just got a hunch that we'll find it in the safety deposit box that Tom and I had in the Cabria Bank.
Hey, that's one place it might be. Can you still get in it?
I think so. It was in both our names.
Well, we can't get to the bank today. It'll be closed time we get in.
Next stop, Cabrillo.
Gee, California's a big place, isn't it, Mr. Ripley?
You can't even see it all from here. Cowboys. Why don't the darn digits look where they're going?
Movies?
Hold it a minute. Hold it a minute. I'm sorry, folks. We didn't know anyone was on the road. Why didn't you stop traffic? Those riders might have killed someone.
Get themselves killed, masquerading as bandits. I had a notion to reach for my 45 like I did the
Gabby,
time...
you must tell him about it sometime.
Don't think I won't.
Well, you'll pardon me. We'll take it again, boys.
Gee, that was pretty close. Is everybody all right?
Oh, yes. We're just fine, thank you. Say, you're not Roy Rogers.
That's right, ma'am.
Oh, gee, I think you're wonderful, Mr. Rogers. I see all your pictures. Gee, the way you galloped in there and grabbed those horses. Oh,
well, I'm glad
gosh.
nobody's hurt. You know, you never can tell about accidents. Sometimes the shock sets in later.
Now, if there's anything I can do, I'd be
Thank you, Mr. Rogers. We need you. I'll let you know.
Should we go?
Oh, gosh.
Shake it up, Roy. They want to take it again.
What do you think of that? I never even got her name.
You never... Oh, come on, and we'll never finish.
Gabby, I wonder who put the tent up.
I don't know.
Well, oh, thanks for the lift, Bill.
It's always a pleasure.
You gonna be with us long, Mr. Phillips?
Well, I can't say as yet.
Well, anyway, I'll see you before you go.
You probably will.
Well, I'll be seeing you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
But what is this all about?
We rented the show to a movie outfit.
Yeah, they're making a picture right here.
Yeah, and we're all working in it. And who do you think the star is? Roy Rogers.
Yeah, we figured you wouldn't mind. They're paying us pretty good.
Gosh, what's the name of the picture?
Bells of Rosarita. You ought to see that big Spanish set they built alongside the creek.
Ah, them phony movie cowboys. Even muscling in on us here.
Yeah, but they're finishing up today. That's why we're rehearsing. We got to get the last scene in the picture.
Oh, Gabby, I suppose it's all right. Oh, this is Mr. Phillips and his niece, Patty.
Patty.
We'd better go in and clean up. We'll see you later.
Come on over and watch Sack.
Might do that. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
What a gang.
They all work for you?
No, they're part of the family. Dad sort of adopted the kids one by one.
Orphans?
Every one of them. Their folks were all in show business with Dad. Do you remember Joey Long, the clown? That little freckle-faced kid is his boy. The one on the end is Tommy Lewis. His folks did the High Wire Act, remember?
Why, of course. I remember them. Say, you two have responsibilities.
Yes, but they're a wonderful responsibility.
Them little fellers run the place, like a boys' ranch. Any homeless kid's welcome. We figure there just ain't a bad American boy.
That's right.
All right, in a little bit. That's good. Now move that other reflector over. Hey, Lou,
Get it hotter in the doorway.
Come on, truck. Where'd that playback guy go? Get Artie over here, will you? Hurry up.
It's all yours. We're ready.
Okay. Places, please, everybody.
Well, this is a surprise.
Hello, Mr. Rogers.
Hello, Miss...
That's Sue Farnham, and I'm Patty Phillips. Gee, we're glad you met us. I mean, we're glad to meet you. We just came out here to watch. I hope you don't mind.
We're tickled to death. Glad to have you. Now, Miss Farnham, if you...
Come on, Roy. Oh, hiya.
Hello.
Mr. McDonald's yelling.
Take it easy, Bob. We're having a barbecue tonight, and it sure would be swell if you could come over.
Oh, sure. We'll be glad to, won't we, Sue? Well...
That's fine. We'll be expecting you.
All right, roll it.
Action.
Hear what the bells have to say. Ding, ding, dong. Ding, ding, dong. They speak of romance today. Ding, dong. Ding, dong. Each word they're saying is true. Ding, ding, dong. Ding, ding, dong. This story's old, but still new. The bells of Rosarita, ringing out across the bay. The bells of Rosarita, telling of her wedding day.
The bride dressed in lace with a breath of heaven on her face, sweet as an angel from the skies. Her lips hold a smile, but her heart is breaking all the while, and teardrops fill her eyes.
The bells of Rosarita keep her secret for their own. They know she loved another, and her heart is his alone.
Though time doesn't wait, still perhaps before it is too late, she may find what she's dreaming of.
Bells of Rosarita, may ring her
Got it? Is that okay, boss? All right, boys, that's it. Wrap 'em up. That's it. Wrap it up.
How do we do, Mr. Rogers?
You were all fine, boys.
I'm a fan too, Rogers. That was a good scene. I'll have to see this picture.
Oh, thanks. I hope you do.
By the way, I understand one of your men said you were interested in some ranch property in this neighborhood.
Well, I've always wanted a ranch. I thought while I was up here, I'd kind of look around.
Well, I'm going to put this place on the market in a couple of weeks.
Oh, is this your place?
Well, practically, I'm going to take it over.
Oh, now, Roy, what do you want with the ranch? You know I'm allergic to horses, and besides, you got a nice place already.
Well, in case you're interested.
Well, thanks. I'll think it over. Excuse me.
Say, what does he mean about selling this place anyway? Gosh, I hope it ain't true.
Oh, Miss Farnham, you're not leaving, are you?
I should say not.
Roy, will you come?
You know, I love that scene. You are wonderful, just wonderful. You are wonderful, too.
Oh, I will. I mean, I was?
Uh-huh. The way you galloped in there, oh, it was
Oh,
just...
shucks, that was nothing. In the first part of the picture, I have some swell scenes. I come right, now I come right down...
Tell her about it, Bob.
Well, I will. Yes, I will. In the first part of the picture, I come riding into town, see? Now, the heavy, that's the villain in the picture, has stolen the borax works away from the girl. Now, the girl... Hey, Rogers, where are you going?
The villain stole the borax works. Oh, that's wonderful. And then what happened?
It's up to me to get the borax works back to the girls.
Couldn't we go out and sit in the swing? I'm just dying to hear what happened next.
Why, sure. That is, I guess so. Now, where were we?
Well, you were just about to get the works.
I'm just about to get the works. I'm just about to get the works, so...
You still got them pictures?
Yes, sir, right in my bag. I'll go and get them. Why, I've even got one of you, Gabby, without a hair on your face.
Hello, boy.
Say, Gabby, that Ripley fella don't own this place, does he?
Oh, of course not. Why'd you say that?
Well, he was telling Roy Rogers that he was going to own it pretty soon. He was trying to sell it to him.
Oh, he was, eh? Well, kids, if that sidewinder...
Hello.
Look here, young fella. Don't go try selling something you don't own, and you ain't never gonna own this here property.
I wouldn't be too sure of that, old-timer. Looks like he means business.
He's up to something, all right.
You mean he's going to take the place away from us, Gabby?
Oh, what are you talking about? Scat now, go on. Get out of here, the whole kit and caboodle of you.
Under a blanket of blue, just you and I beneath the stars, wrapped in the arms of sweet romance. The night is ours, under a blanket of blue. Let me be thrilled by all your charms. Darling, I know my heart will dance within your arms. A summer night's magic enthralling me so. The night would be tragic if you weren't here to share it, my dear. Covered with heaven above, let's dream a dream of love for two, wrapped in the arms of sweet romance, under a blanket of blue. La da da la da 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 do.
Bob, you sure can play that guitar. How about a little jitterbugging, boy? Come on.
You asked for it, Patty.
There's nothing like the morning feeling fresh as the dew when you're going where the staters to behold. The cows are in the meadow and they give me the moo as I go singing down the road. My little dog is tagging right along at my heels. He's so happy that he's hopping like a toad. And Trigger, he's a prancing 'cause he knows how I feel as I go singing down the road. The sun is grand, my face is tanned, and I'm so carefree and gay. And as I hike, I feel just like a school kid for a day. And when my day is over, there's a girl I'm to meet, you see, but that's another episode. My heart and I are stacking up, a dream's kind of neat, as I go singing,
singing down the road.
What happened, Charlie? Got Mr. Phillips. What's the matter?
What's the matter? Who were they, Charlie?
Well, I didn't get a good look at him, but I was coming around the corner just as they was dragging him out of the house. I run after him, but they started shooting. Come on, boys. Somebody's jimmied this one. Same here. Let's get the horses. Car! Get the car started. Get to the car. We'll never catch them now. We might if we get them before they reach the highway.
But why would anyone want to kidnap my uncle? I don't know, Patty.
We might as well go back and let the sheriff handle it.
Yeah, might as well.
Well, thanks for trying anyway, boys.
That's a serious charge, Sue. Bill Ripley ain't exactly the kidnapping type.
I didn't say he did it, Sheriff, but he's the only one who had a motive.
Well, if it'll make you feel any better, I'll have a talk with him.
Thank you, sir. Sugar, you sure they didn't get Gabby?
Well, when Charlie saw him, they only had Mr. Phillips.
If I only had Gabby here to talk to. Gabby! Oh, he's hurt. Bless your heart.
I'm shot. Oh, they got me. Somebody get a doctor. Look, I'm bleeding to death.
Looks to me like strawberry jam.
Yeah. Strawberry jam? Well, don't stand there like a bunch of idiots. Get me a handful of crackers. I'll get them critters if it's the last thing I ever do. Me, Gabby Whitaker, known as the killer of the Klondike, the rootinest, tootinest, shootinest wildcat of the West. Me, tied up by a...
Who were they?
Who? How do I know who? They snuck up behind me when I wasn't looking. They ain't no 2 men alive. They ain't no 5 men alive could hog-tie Gabby Whitaker, unless he was knocked unconscious when they done it. I remember the time I was holding the fort blown. There was 50 wild Indians around me. There I was, both guns blazing. I looked around, oh.
Better snap it up, Roy. Crew's waiting for us.
I was just thinking about last night, Bob. There's something funny about those men making off with Phillips. I wonder why they took him.
Who knows? Whatever it was, it's none of our business.
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
Hello, young fellas. Come on in.
Hello. Hi, Roy.
Hello, Jimmy. What can we do for you gentlemen?
Oh, nothing. We just heard you were leaving and dropped over to say goodbye.
Oh, gee, that's mighty nice of you.
Well, bye, Roy.
Oh, bye.
Bye.
So long, Eddie.
Bye.
Goodbye, Tommy. So long, fellas. Is there anything else we can do for you?
Well, yes. We was wondering if you sing that song about Texas before you go.
You mean now?
Yes, sir, right now.
All right. Get me a guitar, Bob.
Gonna build a big fence around Texas, way around Texas. Gonna build a big fence around Texas, so they can't steal my baby away. She's the lovin'est baby around Texas, around Texas, around Texas. And the fellas all know it in Texas, that's the reason I worry each day. Hello, hello, Fetch that lumber, pile it high. Gonna build it to the sky. Big job to do, I know, but she's mighty sweet and so. Gonna build a big fence around Texas, way around Texas. Gonna build a big fence around Texas, so they can't steal my baby away.
Gonna build a big fence around Texas, around Texas, around Texas. Gonna build a big fence around Texas, so they can't steal your baby away. She's the lovin'est baby around Texas, around Texas, around Texas. And the fellas all know it in Texas. That's the reason you worry each day.
She's got that Texas sunshine in her smile. Thrills the cowboy, kills the cowboy. She's got those lone star moonbeams in her eyes. See what I'm up against, my troubles have just commenced. Gonna build a big fence around Texas, around Texas, around Texas. Gonna build a big fence around Texas, so they can't steal my baby away.
Well, thanks a lot, boys. That was fine. So long. Uh-huh. I knew you were up to something.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
So long, fellas.
Goodbye.
What's on your minds, boys?
Well, we've seen all your pictures, Roy. They're super. Especially that last one.
Oh, you mean the one where I come crashing through the roof and I...
Yeah, that's the one. That was sure swear where you go out and capture the guy who's trying to take the ranch away from the girl. Boy, if you hadn't come along, I guess she'd have lost the ranch, wouldn't she?
Well, I guess you would, all right.
Yeah, well, it's been nice seeing you fellas. Now, if you'll, they're waiting for us downstairs, so if you...
We've been thinking, Roy.
Well, come on out with it, Jimmy.
Well, as long as you're already here, we was thinking maybe if you'd help Sue and us, she wouldn't lose her ranch, just like in the picture.
But look, fellas, that's just in the picture. It's all make-believe. Roy and I are actors. We only saved the ranch because the script says so. Now, if
Hold it, Bob. You mean that somebody really is trying to take her ranch away from her?
The ranch and the circus and everything.
Roy, will you please?
You boys run on back to the ranch. Bob and I will come up later. I don't know what we can do for you, but we'll sure try anyway.
You mean you'll help? You mean you try to do something?
Sure.
Oh, gee, yeah, Roy. Thanks a million.
See you later, boys.
Bye.
Now look what you've done. We've got to be heroes.
What can we lose? I kind of like it.
Yes, I could tell the way you looked at her. Oh, come on, Roy. Let's go home. You know I'm allergic to horses.
You'll pull through all right. We better tell the gang not to wait for us. I'm sorry, Sue, but we've been over every foot of the desert within 10 miles of here, and there isn't a trace of him.
Sure beats me how he got swallowed up like that.
Well, thank you anyway, Roy. I guess there just isn't much anyone can do.
Mr. Rogers, I owe you an apology. Kids told me what you done, and now I know you ain't just a hero on the screen. You fellas will have me. I'd kind of like to join up.
Well, thanks, Gabby. We'd be glad to have you.
You know I'm a rootin', tootin', shootin' cowhand. And my trigger finger's just itching to get even with them varmints.
Careful, Scotty. You'll tear that canvas.
What's the difference? We won't own it after this week.
Is it as bad as that?
I'm afraid it is, Roy.
Sue, I wish you'd let me...
Thank you, Roy. We'll pull through somehow.
If these was the good old days, we could heist the big top up anywhere and make money enough to pay off that skunk Ripley.
Why don't you?
These aren't the good old days. Then we had more than just a tent and a few props. We had a show to go with it. Big names, big acts.
Say, could you have this tent up in Cabrera by tomorrow night?
What do you mean?
I mean, could you be ready to put on a show if you had a show and someone to attract customers?
Well, I don't... Gabby, what do you think?
You're darn tootin' we could.
We'll hold everything. Hello, operator? Could you get me the Republic Studios in North Hollywood, please?
Republic. Oh, hello, Roy. Fine, thank you. Yes, they're all here except John Wayne. Yes, Don Barry's here. He's on stage 10. I can't ring there now. Oh, sure. Hold on, and I'll send a messenger.
All right, Don, let's try a rehearsal and start it from that line. There's nothing more I can say.
You want me to get a little sacco?
Yeah, a little more tempo, please.
Okay.
All right, I think we can shoot it now.
Can I talk to Mr. Berry, please?
What, at a time like this?
Mr. Berry, Roy Rogers is on the phone. He's calling long distance.
Roy Rogers?
Don!
Be right with you, Eddie.
Hello, on that long distance call. Don Berry is ready.
Hello? Yeah, how are you, Roy? Sure, what's up? Well, I got a couple more scenes, then I'm going to leave on my vacation. Uh-huh. Sure, I'd be glad to. All right, I'll get there as quick as I can.
Hold it, Ferguson. Cut! Okay, boys, right over here.
Oh, Sunset. Telephone. It's Roy.
Roy Rogers?
Yeah, right over here. I think that he would,
Yes? Is Alan Lane there? It's for you, Alan. Thanks. Yes? Oh, hello, Roy. No, I don't start for a couple of weeks. Sure. I'll be right up.
Republic Studio, front gate. Oh, hello, Roy. Bob Livingston just left. He said he was on his way to his ranch. Yes, Roy, I'll see if I can catch him. Oh, George. See if you can catch Bob Livingston. He's on his way home.
Right.
Hello, George. What's the matter?
Got a message for you, Bob. The office says it's important.
Good.
What's up?
Read it.
I guess the boys need some help.
You're right.
Say, Annie, get me Bill Elliott's ranch, will you?
That's fine. Now spin the rope. Spin it. Big spin. Big spin. Wow. Big spin. Come on, big spin. That's fine. Excuse me, Thunder. I'll answer the phone. Hello?
Hello, Bill. Say, do you suppose you could get up here right away? Oh, fine. Get in touch with the casting office and have them send up some circus acts and a lot of equipment.
I'll put Thunder in the trailer and leave right away. Come on, Thunder. We gotta help Roy.
news, Patty?
Not a thing. Oh, Sue, I don't know what to do. Keep your chin up, honey.
Highway Patrol's been looking too, and not a sign of him. No news of Phillips.
That polecat Ripley's got him corralled summers. If I had my way, I wouldn't monkey with no law. I'd stick my 45 in his ribs and let him have it. We got trouble enough around here without this happening.
Well, we've got the show ready, I guess. You think we can get any customers on this short notice?
Parade will do it. When we get through dragging them bandwagons through town and telling about all them Western stars we got coming, why, we'll sell twice as many tickets we got seats. Hey, Shug, hurry up with that paint.
Coming, Gabby.
I wish you'd get busy and do a little work around this place.
Oh, I can't do any work and poor Oscar on my mind. He ain't had a bite in 2 days.
Keep your mind off that overgrown canary. And get out the painters and get them posters. Then I want you to start plastering up all over town.
All right, but my heart ain't in it.
Hey, look at this. Watch for a huge street parade. Say, isn't there some old city ordinance that prohibits circus parades? Yeah, I believe there is, now that you mention it. I'm pretty sure there is.
Parade's about to start. Let's see now. Is everybody here?
Yeah, everybody but Shug can't find him.
Shug? He never is around when you want him.
Come on now. Shug! Hey, Shug!
Oh, Shug! What in tarnation's wrong with you now?
It's Oscar.
What's the matter?
Turned up his toes.
Your duck? He's dead?
Deader than a doornail.
Now, that's too bad, Shug, but you know the show must go on. Now, you get up there with the rest of fellers.
I'm gonna miss that critter.
Sure you are.
Sorry, Miss Farnham, but if you folks are planning on a street parade, you can't go through with it.
We can't do what, Sheriff?
Well, just a minute. Why can't we?
Listen, Tom. We're going to put on a show, and we're going to put on a parade. That's the only way we can sell tickets.
I know, but law is law. We have a town ordinance here that says circus parades are prohibited.
Sheriff, don't you realize we've got to have a parade?
And if we do decide to parade, who's going to stop us?
I'm afraid you'll all be arrested if you try it, Mr. Rogers. I'm sorry, but I don't make the laws.
Say, what's going on here?
We got an ID.
When the circus came to town, all the clowns were tumbling down. The tigers roared, the lions looked bored, and the man in the back yelled,
Peanuts, lemonade, popcorn, and Cracker Jack, surprise in each and every pack.
Oh, the monkey got away, grabbed the man by his toupee. The old folks smiled, the kids went wild, and the man in the back yelled,
Peanuts, lemonade, popcorn, and Cracker Jack, surprise in each and every pack.
The acrobats gave us a fright. You closed your eyes and held me tight. Someone laughed, we turned to see. The crowd was laughing at you and me, but we didn't even care when they all began to stare. We hugged and squeezed, the elephant sneezed, and the man in the back yelled,
Peanuts, lemonade, popcorn, and Cracker Jack, surprise in each and every pack.
When the circus came to town.
Hold it, Rogers.
What's the matter, Sheriff?
You're all under arrest, Rogers.
I told you there were no circus parades allowed in this town.
Oh, but this isn't a circus parade.
Then what do you call it?
This here's a funeral procession.
You're trying to be funny. Funeral procession? Who's dead?
Poor Oscar. Back there in the bandwagon.
I suppose you've got a burial certificate.
Yes, sir. Signed and sealed by the doctor. Everything's in order.
A duck?
So you see, Sheriff, this isn't a circus parade after all. The only reason we were playing this kind of music is because, well, Oscar loved it so well.
It was the poor critter's dying wish. He says to me just before he laid down, Gabby, he says he, no sad and sorrowful music when I'm gone. I want folks to be happy and gay-like. Them was his very words, Tom. Shall we go ahead with the burying ceremony?
Think I better wait outside and keep watch?
Nobody'll be around. They're all up at the circus grounds.
It's gonna be a sweet job trying to find a receipt in here.
Never mind that. Check the trunk. I'll go through the desk.
Gabby, that car looks familiar.
Kind of looks like the one them fellas used when they snatched Phillips.
Say, Gabby, how did you see it? You told me you were knocked out and hogtied.
Who, me? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Hey, somebody's coming.
Hello. Hello there. We were just looking for you.
How'd you know he was here?
Went up to circus grounds and they told us that,
I see.
Hey, Rogers, wondered if you're still interested in the place. Heard you're going to leave in a couple of days and thought we'd better drop down. Oh, this is Mr. Maxwell.
Howdy.
Hi.
Hello there. As a matter of fact, Mr. Ripley, I have been thinking about this ranch. If you've got a couple of minutes, I'd like to talk to you about it.
All the time in the world.
Well, we're going in the house and pick up a couple of things. We'll be back in a minute.
Right ahead.
Roy, what are you talking about? You're not thinking of...
Bob, I've got a hunch they're up to something. When they leave here, they're a sense to talk about it. And you're going to listen in to what they have to say.
How am I going to do that?
Get into the back of the car and ride with them.
Roy, you've been seeing too many movies.
Now, listen, Bob, I thought you wanted to help.
Well, sure I want to help.
Okay. I'll get him away from the car. Gabby, you give him a hand.
The boys are getting their things together. Now, Mr. Ripley, what kind of a deal are you prepared to offer?
Well, I hadn't exactly set a price. I'd like to show you around.
Well, let's go. Come on.
Let me go steady you, Bob. I'm more fit, I tell you.
No. Roy wouldn't like it. And besides, this is a job for a young man.
Well, I'm younger than I look. I got all the fire of flaming youth.
Sorry, Gabby, I'm going to have to refuse you.
You can't refuse me. Me, Gabby Whitaker, that stopped a herd of stampeding cattle all by myself. There was thousands of them coming right at me. In front of them was a wild bull. What do you suppose I done?
What did you do, Gabby?
I just stood there calm like and throwed the bull.
Look,
I got to... Look. I'll choose you, fair and square. Now then, the one that gets the straw stays here.
Look,
Roy told me that I had to do it, and I'm going
to give you the best of it. I'm going to give you the first choice. Go ahead. Go on.
Man gets straw stays.
Gee, I didn't realize it was so late. I'm afraid we're going to have to make it another time. Suppose I get in touch with you in the morning.
That'll be fine.
All right.
Well, see you in the morning, then.
Thanks for coming over.
Don't mention it. Hey, look out!
Hiya, boss.
Hello, boss.
Where you got him?
He's out in the back, tied up.
How long we got to keep this guy here?
Till I find the paper I'm looking for.
If this Phillips knows where it is, maybe we can make him talk.
That's just what I don't want you to do. If he finds out why he was snatched, it'll tie me in with it. I've got to be kept out of this thing, understand?
Sure, we understand, but what are you going to do with him after you find what you're looking for?
I don't know yet, but all you got to worry about is keeping him here. I'll let you know later.
That's the way you want it.
Must be some crooks around here.
Yeah. How do you like that?
You mean that all the time you were in the back end of that car, you didn't hear a thing?
Well, I could hear the motor roaring. I can still hear that dad blame thing.
You haven't any idea where they took you.
Let him alone, Bob. You had no business letting him go in the first place. I asked you to go.
I know, Roy, but, well, we drew straws for it, fair and square.
Hey, there was one place where there must have been a 20-foot drop. That's where I got this bump on my noggin. I'll bet that was the old dry wash. Yes, sir, that's the way they went.
Well, let's go and see if we can pick up their trail.
I ought to be able to do it. I can remember every bump.
Well, here are their tracks, all right. It looks like the tracks paid out here. Say, Gabby, do you remember if the car went straight ahead after you came through the wash, or did it make a turn?
Oh, I couldn't say. I bounced around too darn much. Let's see now. I do remember a few minutes later we must have passed close to a skunk. And I mean close. clean and new even.
That ought to be an easy scent to pick up.
Yeah, well, let's fan out and see what we can find.
Hey, Gabby!
Here's our spot.
Yeah, critter's been here all right, and recently.
Here's the tracks again.
Hey, heading for that rise yonder. This is it. The old mine shaft around the corner. Why in tarnation didn't I think of that before?
Well, let's leave our horses here and go on foot. There may be trouble.
Now we're in port.
It looks like it.
I'm going to try a shot through that window. Just for size.
Hold it, Gabby. If Phillips is in there, you might hit him.
Well, we just can't stand around and see all the shooting one-sided, can we?
Well, we're just in time for supper anyway. They got a fire going in there.
I was just noticing that. I did that in a picture once.
Sit down. Stay where you are.
Hey, throw some water on that fire before we're all smoked out of here.
Get out that barrel and fill it up, and don't try to get away. We got you covered. Come on, get a move on. Hold it, it's Phillips. He's going for water. Come on, get in here.
You might as well give up, fellas. There's 20 men out there, and you've got the place surrounded. We'll choke to death in here.
Take the guns, Gabby. You all right, Mr. Phillips?
Yeah, now, thanks to you, Rogers. Well, what'd you find out?
For one thing, Lawson and Goss haven't talked yet. And as far as the sheriff knows, it was just a kidnapping job. I did a little snooping around that circus tent, too. Phillips was talking to the girl, and from what I could make out, that receipt you're looking for is in the vault over at the bank.
That means they'll be at the bank the first thing in the morning.
Unless we,
Trail herding cowboy, hop on your pony, singing ho. Start riding now, boy, we'll make San Antonio singing ho.
Long weary days and a dusty road to travel, but we'll make the boss pay for all this battle driving cattle.
Light-hearted, carefree, trail herding cowboy singing ho. Keep moving, doggies, time is a-wasting singing ho. I'm not impatient, but why don't you hasten singing ho?
You ought to know that a certain someone's waiting. You ought to know that to captivate and confiscating arms will enfold this trail herding cowboy singing ho. One little doggy strayed from his mother singing ho.
give more, do you?
Lazy.
It's a nice-looking brace of guns you got there, girl.
Thank you.
The place is packed, and we're still selling tickets. I don't know where we're going to put them all.
Well, gee, that's swell.
You don't know what this means to me. Maybe after the excitement's all over, I can, well, think of some way to tell you how grateful I am.
It's nice to be here, Sue. Well, I'm glad Roy asked me.
Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
They'd just blown the bank vault. There were about 6 of them. They shot one of the sheriff's men and took off cross country.
Well, gang, if we were making a picture, right here's where somebody'd holler X. Let's go!
right.
Gabby, you get the show started, and we'll be back as soon as we can.
How do you know he'll be back?
Come on, Gabby, it's time to start the show.
They can't leave me behind. Get somebody else to start the show. I'll bring them back single-handed. Oh. Car behind us. Front tire.
Got the gas tank. Hey, look.
We haven't a chance. Scatter.
Let's take them, boys. They're racing. One to a man.
Damage with those blanks. All right, come on out. We got you covered.
on your feet. I'm sorry I had to do that. As a rule, I'm a peace-loving man. Get out of here.
Here's what I've been looking for.
Come on, get up there on the horse.
Looks like everybody got their man. Well, here they are, Sheriff.
Well, I'll be doggone. Say, Roy, this is just like one of your movies.
Yeah, Roy, but your pictures always finish with music.
Holy mackerel, a show. Come on, boys.
Sue, I think this is what you've been looking for.
Gabby!
I know blame well that receipt was somewhere.
All right, stand by, boys.
Introducing tonight's biggest attraction, Republic's great Western stars. And here they come. Sunset Carson riding Silver, Don Barry riding Cyclone, Bob Livingston riding Shamrock. Alan Lane riding Banner. Wild Bill Elliott riding Thunder. And Roy Rogers riding Trigger.
When the circus came to town, all the clowns were tumbling down. The tigers roared, the lions looked bored, and the man in the back yelled,
Peanuts, lemonade, popcorn, and Cracker Jack, a prize in each and every pack.
Oh, the monkey got away, grabbed a man by his toupee. The old folks smiled, the kids went wild, and the man in the back yelled,
Peanuts, lemonade, popcorn, and Cracker Jack, a prize in each and every pack.
when the circus came to town.
partners, and welcome to the Roy Rogers Riders Club. Trigger, say hello to the boys and girls, will you? That's it. Well, buckaroos, it's sure swell getting a chance to be here with you at our club meeting, and I can't think of a nicer way to start things off than with a Cowboy's prayer. Oh, Lord, I reckon I'm not much just by myself. I fail to do a lot of things I ought to do. But, Lord, when trails are steep and passes high, help me to ride it straight the whole way through. And in the falling dusk, I get the final call. I do not care how many flowers they send. Above all else, the happiest trail would be for you to say to me, "Let's ride, my friend." Amen. You know, boys and girls, the real purpose of the Riders Club is for all of us to get together and become better acquainted. Help each other. Especially help prevent any and all kinds of accidents. Do that for me, will you? You know, the best Roy Rogers riders are the ones who live up to the rules on the back of your membership card. Well, sir, right now, Trigger and I have got a few things to take care of in Hollywood, so we're going to turn this meeting over to the ranch foreman of our club, the manager of this theater. I'll be looking for you at our meeting next week, so be sure to be here. And until then, from Trigger and me, goodbye, good luck, and may the good Lord take a liking to you. See you next week.
Palomino, and Dale Evans, Queen of the West, with Pat Brady, his comical sidekick, and Roy's wonder dog, Bullet.
Well, he's not in.
Well, at least Lon Williams didn't win his badge by warming a chair. Maybe he left a note saying when he'll be back.
Well, let's go on, Roy. We're still a long way from Mineral City, and Pat and I have to get back to the cafe.
Dale, we've never met the new sheriff of Carson County, and knowing him might come in handy sometime.
Well, I guess you're right. Pat, for pity's sake, if you can learn mind reading from that thing, I'll eat it for breakfast.
Oh, go ahead and laugh. But this here is a science. Only people with a special kind of talent can do it.
Meaning you, I suppose.
Well, to tell you the truth, I got it from my ma. She used to be able to tell what I was thinking before I thunk it.
Hello.
Well, hello.
Hi. Are you the sheriff's little girl?
No, ma'am. I'm Janie Howard.
You don't have to ask her what she's doing here. I can read her mind like an open book. She's lost.
How can I be lost as long as I've got hold of the Lord's hand?
Out of the mouths of babes
comes wisdom.
It's my horse that's lost. Have you maybe seen a ginger horse?
A ginger horse?
Yes'm. He's just the color of ginger. Like his name. He isn't much to look at. But he's awful nice.
I'm sure he is, honey.
How did this ginger horse get lost?
A man stole him. Somebody shot off a gun. And then a man ran out of the trees, jumped on my horse, and rode off. It's an awful long way into town, but I thought I'd better tell the sheriff.
I can read her mind as plain as day. She thinks you're the sheriff.
No, sir. He isn't Mr. Williams.
This is Roy Rogers, Janie, and I'm Dale Evans.
And I'm Pat Brady, but you can call me Pat.
Janie, this fellow that stole your horse, what did he look like?
He was so far away. I didn't see him very good. But he was big. Big as my daddy.
Where was the shot fired from, honey?
Like I said, in the trees. I'll show you if you want. Daddy and I live near there. Not in the big ranch house. We live in the little one.
I think we better see what this is all about. Yeah, horse. Sorrel. Branded with a H-bar-E.
Looks like he fell and broke his leg and his rider shot him. Certainly was in a hurry to get somewhere fast.
That's probably why he stole Janie's horse.
Dale, you better go back to Janie's house. Look around there. I'll look some more here and join you later.
Right, Roy.
Come on, Bullet.
You stay here, Bullet.
I tell you, I didn't do it.
Well, who's your partner, Jim?
Partner? I never saw him before in my life.
He's right. I just got here. Which makes it mighty convenient for me. Just hand over that money. I'll take those pretty guns of yours, too.
Well, at least you could let me introduce myself. I'm Roy Rogers.
Rogers?
Yes. You can call the United States Marshal at Mineral City. He'll establish my identity.
So what? You ain't the first lawman that's gone wrong. Besides, this money was stolen from Mr. Early here. And for all I know, you're in cahoots with Jim Howard.
Howard? Are you Janie's father?
Why, how did you know?
I met her in town this morning. She told me someone had stolen her horse. And the fellow who took it shot the horse he was riding after it broke its leg. And that horse was branded with an H-bar-E.
What? That's mine. That's the horse I reported stolen, Sheriff. We'll take care of that later. Right now, I'm taking these two into town. You better come along, Horace, and sign a complaint.
Hey, this is ridiculous. You know I didn't take that money.
Get your hat and coat.
Hey!
Stand back, Sheriff. Look at that fella ride. We'll never catch him now. Let's get Jim Howard back to town.
And that's me, with Ginger.
Janie, I'd like to see that picture of you and Ginger.
I didn't hear you come in, Roy.
Neither did I, and I got ears like a cougar.
Did you find Ginger, Mr. Rogers?
No, but we're on his trail. Listen, Janie, you don't happen to have some coffee out in the kitchen, do you?
It's cold, but I'll warm it up for you.
Fine, that's all right. I'm on the dodge.
What?
Huh? Yes, I found some stolen money in an old line shack just as the sheriff came in. He was taking me and another fellow to town, and I gave him the slip. It's lucky I had an extra pair of guns in my saddlebags.
Well, didn't you tell him who you were?
Yes, but it sure didn't impress the sheriff any.
Who was the other fellow, Roy?
Well, that's just it. Jim Howard, Janie's father.
Oh, no.
The poor kid.
What'd he do it for?
I don't know. I'm not sure that he did. The money belonged to a man named Horace Early. It was his horse that we found shot. He claimed it had been stolen.
How are we going to tell Janie?
We're not until we're sure. I'll admit it looks bad for Jim Howard, but it looks even worse for me.
If you ain't careful, Roy, you're going to find yourself in a who's got for you can say Peter Piper peck to peck to peck po. Anyway, before you can say it.
Hey, Dale.
What is it?
This page in the Bible. Look, it's been read so many times you can close the book and open right up to it again. And look at this verse underlined.
But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you.
Here's your coffee, Mr. Rogers.
Well, thanks, Janie.
Daddy reads that verse in the Bible every day. He's read it so much I know it by heart.
So do I, but I have a hard time following it. If a man cusses me, I'm liable to cuss him right back. And if he persecutes me, I'll bounce him right on the beezer.
Daddy says if you do that, you're just as wrong as the other man. And two wrongs can't ever put things right.
Your daddy said that?
Yes, sir. He said we should love our enemies and do good to them so we can show them the right way to act.
Roy, if he believes that.
I know, Dale. But as Pat said, sometimes it's hard to live up to. Janie, whose house is that I passed down the road? The big one.
That's That's Mr. Early's house.
Early?
We used to live over there, but Mommy got sick and died. And Daddy lost his share of the ranch. That's when we moved over here.
Janie, will you excuse us?
Where are you going, Mr. Rogers?
We're going to find a ginger horse. Dale, you and Pat go back to town and see if you can find out why Jim Howard lost his share of the ranch. I'll see if I can pick up the trail of Janie's horse.
I'd like to go along with you, Roy.
You can't. Somebody might see you with me. And I'm a wanted man.
Well, I guess I can be a wanted man just as well as you. Besides, I want to know what's so important about that ginger horse.
Never argue with a woman, Roy, unless you get a half a mile running start.
Did you see any sign of Ginger?
I picked up his tracks and they headed straight to Horace Early's place.
Then Howard must have stolen the money after he took Janie's horse.
If it was Howard. Listen, Dale, you stay here and keep out of sight. If trouble starts, head for cover.
Right.
Bullet, stay with her. You wait here, Trigger.
I didn't want to sign that complaint, Lon. I can't believe that Jim did it. I've known him for years.
He claims some feller phoned him and said you wanted to see him up at the lion shack.
Now, why would I want to meet him in a place like that? I could go over to his place, or he could come here.
Didn't say you did. That's Jim's story. Claims he got there and waited till he got hungry, and he found some coffee in an old can, and he took a bucket and went out to the stream for water, and that's where we nabbed him.
Yeah, I still don't know why he wanted to steal the money. If he needed it, all he had to do was ask me.
Well, maybe he thought you'd turn him down.
Let's head for cover. Who is it, Roy?
It's the sheriff, and he mustn't see you.
Where'd he go, Sheriff?
Looks like he's taking cover. Keep your eyes peeled, Horace.
You be ready to run when I give you the word.
Roy, you can't shoot the law.
No, but maybe I can scare him off with a few wild shots.
There he is!
Quit. Maybe he's just reloading.
Got him.
Careful. He may be playing possum.
We've been tricked.
You know, I'm beginning to believe he really is Roy Rogers.
All clear.
I've got Trigger hid out. What'd you tell Jeannie about her father?
Just that he was detained in town. But she isn't worried. She says the Lord will keep an eye on him.
Have faith, hope, and charity. That's the way to live successfully. How do I know? The Bible tells me so.
Do good to your enemies, and the Lord above you're sure to please. How do I know? The Bible tells me so.
Did you bring Ginger home, Mr. Rogers?
Not yet, but it won't be long now.
Isn't it about your bedtime, Janie?
Yes'm. But maybe I better wait up for Daddy. He might want something to eat.
Now, don't you worry about that, Janie. You just let us take care of everything.
All right. Good night, Miss Dale.
Good night, hon.
Good night, Mr. Rogers.
Good night, Janie.
Roy, we can't let that little girl down. We've got to do something.
It's Pat.
Well, I found out about Horace Early and Jim Howard, and you won't like any part of it.
Oh, I thought it was Daddy.
No, it's only me.
I was just going to say my prayers. Since the Lord has taken care of Daddy, do you think it would be too much to ask him to keep an eye on Ginger, too?
Of course not, honey.
The Lord takes care of all of his children.
Including Ginger horses.
Well, then, I'll just thank him for looking after everybody.
Poor kid, and her pa shut up in jail.
Someone's coming.
It's Horace Early.
Come in.
Oh, good evening. I didn't know there was anyone home except Janie.
I'm Dale Evans, and this is Pat Brady. We're friends of Janie's.
Well, then I can stop worrying about her. I just rode over to see how she was getting along. You don't mind if I get a drink of water before I start back?